Hey there, this is Greg, the Masked Gamer, coming to you with another Final Girl Friday! Woo! Today we are going to do Ginny versus the Big Bad Wolf at Wingard Cottage, which is the second Big Bad Wolf scenario. For those of you who are new to my channel, this is a place for COVID cautious folks to talk about board games. You're perfectly welcome to be here, even if you're not COVID cautious, provided there is no minimization, denialism, or harassment of any kind. With that said, I am here by myself today, so I'm going to take my mask off and you're going to see my face. We have some story time to do today too, because this is our first time using the final girl Ginny on the channel. So we're going to get to read her little backstory. And oh my god, I did such a good job. I have the gruesome deaths ready. I know, I very often forget that, but today I have the gruesome deaths ready. So, Ginny. Ginny Sandin. Yeah, Ginny Sandin. She was forced to be independent from a young age. Her family had plenty of money, but it came at a cost. Both parents traveled a lot and they moved frequently. With her parents barely present, Ginny spent most of her time with nannies when she was young and later alone as she got older. Maybe we have read Ginny before. This sounds really familiar to me. Let me see something. Yeah, you know what? I have read this before. I did a misfiling. So, we've already read Ginny's backstory. If you'd like to hear Ginny's backstory, you can rewind a few weeks to the Ginny versus the Intruders at Wingard Cottage. Gosh, these girls have These girls have about as rough a time with these killers as I do dealing with Amazon at work. All right, so what do we have here? We have a scenario called It Isn't Safe Here. That's like this whole dimension, this whole reality is not safe. You know what I'm saying? Okay, anywho. It isn't safe here. Ginny loved coming to the woods with her family. Of course, there always ended up being some kind of drama, with everyone being mad at each other, which turned what should be a peaceful place into anything but still, she loved it. This trip would turn out to be something far more dramatic and deadly. She tossed and turned in her bed that first night when she heard the howling. The next night, as the full moon rose, the howling returned, only much closer. Too close. Ginny reached under her bed. Fear breeds preparation. She pulled out the weapon she had stashed there. Final girl is Ginny, set up as dysfunctional family. The item decks are set up as normal. The events are set up as normal. However, the first event is going to be a card called Battle Ready. We have 2 guards from Wingard Cottage and a random variety of cards, not including Dark Powers for the Big Bad Wolf, along with the Dark Power, Destructive Roar, and the finale of Hasty Treats, just like the Kit Kats I had before. So we're going to see what this first card is. Battle Ready! Grab anything that might make a good weapon. Sounds like a plan to me. Take the item card set aside during setup, reveal one at a time until either a weapon is revealed or until there are no more set aside item cards to reveal. Now with my luck, we know there's going to be no weapons left in this deck, but let's see. We have a weapon! It's a very trusty, reliable, two-handed wooden bat that will add 1 damage to an attack. Now, that sounds terrible, but the good news is we are in Wingard Cottage, which means we can upgrade a wooden bat into a disemboweler. That's right. So if we get a knife, yeah, right. If we get a knife and some rope, we can build a disemboweler, which would do damage to the targeted enemy and remove horror for each other enemy on the same or adjacent space. Of course, there's only 1 enemy, so that's only so great, not so great. Okay, well, whatever it will be, will be. Now the question is, do we want to go try to do some damage to the Big Bad Wolf while the Big Bad Wolf is still in tracking mode? And I think the answer to that is going to be a resounding yes, since we already have that ability. However, the wolf is also all the way on the other side of the board. You know, I'm not sure how this is going to play out, actually. You know, I feel like this is an encounter where since the horror is already so high, I might want to spend some time doing some focus first. So let's try to get focus going on here with the dice that I forgot to pull out, but the dice tray that I do have. Focus! Focus. I did a shitty focus. I'm going to discard my short rest and my weak attack to make that a successful focus, and then I'm going to use my other focus because I'm already on this route. And this one, luckily, I did get a real success for, so we have lowered the horror by 2, and we're going to see how far we can manage to walk this turn, which is going to mean we have an empty hand, which kind of sucks. But we did get to move 1 space, and rather than heading towards the wolf, I think I might want to head towards the garage where I can get some discarded tools that could be used to make something called the Obliterator, which is pretty strong. But that's the only thing I can. But you know, this is probably going to be the only time I do head towards that garage, so I might as well do it. Well, no, I'm going to go into the foyer and then head through the laundry room into the garage, taking a longer route, but hopefully rescuing 2 people. And I did get another movement, so I do get to go into the laundry room. Hi, Sally. Hi, Ginny. We're in the laundry room. I don't know if that's their names, but today it is. So I have 2 time left to spend, which I think in this instance is going to be the all-important sprint, because that's all I'm going to do this next turn. And then the big bad wolf is going to huff and puff and sniff towards the closest person, which could be at the lakefront, or could be at the shed, or could be in the kitchen. Who knows? I think I'm going to go some thematicness here and have the big bad wolf hunt people outside before going inside. So the big bad wolf will always head towards the outside person first, where possible is my decision. What is this sticking out of his back? Is that like an arrow or a... Yeah, it looks like an arrow. I guess he's just invincible. He's coming to sniff around. Little Johnny's like, good doggy, not noticing that his life is in mortal peril. And meanwhile, we find the claws that scratch. And there's a bunch of different colors on here. Oh, that's because of the tracking thing, right. So first it's going to move towards the closest person. It's already there. And then for me and every victim in the big bad wolf space, we're going to increase the bloodlust by 1. So bloodlust is going to go up by 1, raising our horror by 1. It would have done a lot of very, 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 very bad things if it was in Slayer mode, but it's only in tracker mode. You know, they act like this tracker mode is a big deal, but all it really gives you is 2 spare turns, which is just not a lot when you're dealing with something like the big bad wolf. Just saying. Anywho, it is my turn, and I am going to sprint and try to rescue these 2 people. All I need is 1 star. Yeah! So, we're rescuing Sally and Diana into the driveway. I don't know if that's their real names, but that is who we are rescuing. We're going to use both of those to lower the horror by 1 because we really want to get us to those better scores. And then we have 5 points to spend. In the garage, I could find a fireplace poker, which is a one-handed weapon that is just as strong as my wooden bat, as well as pick up the mushy mushies. So for 2, we're going to take a search to at least get 1 item out of there. Then I have 3 left. I have 3 left. 3 left. Do we want to get that distraction? I think we're going to get that distraction. I think this is a good time for that. And that is my turn. So now we move on to the big bad wolf, who's going to keep sniffing around this person at the lake. Just sniffity, sniffity, sniffity. And here we go. It's going to move 2 spaces towards the closest person and raise the bloodlust by 1, revealing our dark power. So it is now in Slayer mode. This is a destructive roar. It's going to blow our house down. When revealed, and once during each upkeep phase, remove from the game the top item of the closest item deck to the big bad wolf. That's not actually so terrible. I guess. Right now, that's going to remove one from the boathouse, so we're never going to be able to use that blender. Very sad. The good news is we already have a baseball bat. So, okay. Great. And oh, that also happens during the upkeep phase, which comes right after the killer phase. So we're going to remove the other one. Shall we see what we've lost, boys and girls? I think that's what we're going to do. We have lost a trash can lid. So our porcupine crafted weapon is now useless. Anywho, let's start this off with that all important distraction that we were so ready to use. And it's going to be a full miss because that's my life. Oh, it's not a full miss. It's a doubly doubly boop boop boop. Those are real words. I'm going to discard both of the focuses I have to let that give me the focus down to get the 3 dice that I need to do other things. We're going to now walk heading into the garage where we're going to do a bunch of stuff. Into the garage with the 1 movement we need. Perfect. Here we go. Into the garage. We're now in the garage. We are going to use 1 time to pick up the nails, which can be used to make the obliterator, potentially. Is that nails? No, it's supposed to be discarded tools. I picked up the wrong thing. This is discarded tools. Yeah. Discarded tools. Discarded tools, which can also be used to make the obliterator. And then I'm going to search, because who needs a wooden bat, basically? Search. Oh, look, I rolled poopy crappy. Isn't that nice? We're going to discard the short rest and the weak attack to grab this strange poker, throwing the wooden bat into our backpack in case we have opportunity to get it later. So we did, I knocked my little timer out of the way. We had gained 1 for distraction, lost 1 for walk, lost 1 for search. So 4 is where we should be. We could potentially walk again. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to walk 1 more time. And looky-doo, I got a single star. So we're going to walk over here into this space where we're going to spend another time to pick up some wood. And if we can get wood and discarded tools and nails and a rope, we can make the obliterator, which is, I think, going to be the ultimate thing that I'm aiming to do here, to smack the big bad wolf in the face. Anywho, now that we've finally gotten to that point, the big bad wolf is going to do what he's been trying to do for the last 3 turns, and finally, we're going to see what happens at the lake. Truman was breathing in the cold night air. It was crisp with the scent of bonfires, the mineral scent of the lake, the pine trees, and the underlying smell of rot that comes from the underbrush of the forest. How pleasant. But there was more tonight. He could smell pennies, like a rain was coming, but there wasn't a cloud in the sky. He looked up as the blood dripped on his forehead. It drooled down from the big bad wolf's muzzle as it nudged down to bite. Bite, chum, 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 bite, chum, 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 and erase that. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. No, I obviously do not have the big bad thing that we know what the big bad thing is, because I am not like that. I just swallowed my spit down a coughing. There, lovely. All right, so we have killed 1. We raised our dark power again, and now we're going to see what terrible thing happens. Going for a walk today, says the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf is going to be placed with the closest victim, and then it's going to kill the closest victim. Let's see if the big bad wolf has anything special for its cards. General Dust. This was going for a walk today. Hutch walked through the woods, his backyard since childhood, and for the first time something felt wrong. He believed it was ordained that this land was his and his brothers and sisters, so it was his duty to protect it. He searched to find the wrongness, and when he met up with the big bad wolf, he knew his time on this earthly plane was done. He went swinging, but really, who can defeat a demon? And that's going to panic all adjacent victims. So the victim in the boathouse heard the screaming and ran into the wall, and the other victim outside heard the screaming and said, "Let me see what's going on." Humans are so smart. They run right towards death. We know this. We have learned this again and again. Holy Kripanishkas. I forgot to grab something. It's going to be a sprint, and these should have gone back into my collection. I did a Greg and got overexcited again. I also did it. It's actually pretty sweaty out today, even though it's very late October, but it's 80 something degrees, because of course it is. During the upkeep phase, something else from the boathouse goes bye-bye. Let's see what we've lost. We've lost the knife! So now we can't make any of the items we have, including the one with the wooden bat. We're just going to have to aim for that obliterator. Makes sense. That's what I thought was going to happen. Anywho, let's go sprinting. Is that a word? Let's go sprinting? Let's go sprinting! And we got one success, which lets us take this person out and rescue them, which we're going to use to give ourselves a move one space, and then we have one other space to move from the sprints. Where's the person I said? Oh, I saved. So we've done that, which is nice, and then we can buy some more stuff. So we're going to be in the shed in a second. So we're going to take our basic cards back. I think we're going to take 2 searches and a close call, so that we can spend some time searching the shed, since we're getting close to where we're going to make our giant weapon and go in for the kill. Oh, this person's dead. Is there? The big bad wolf ate one person. The big bad wolf ate another person. I rescued 3 people. What is that person? I'm confused as to what I did. Well, I don't know what this person is. There was 1, 2. We rescued 1, 2. We rescued 3. Killed 1, 2. Oh, this was the one who ran into his face like a silly ninny who's going to get killed now. As in, right now. Right now, that person got killed. And that person is... And that person is... And that person is... I keep rolling a 3 just over and over and over again. Lynn, that was Lynn. Lynn ran, the stitch in her side screaming at her to stop. She ignored it and kept going until her muscles convulsed as she slowed down, bent over breathing as hard as she could. She listened for any sound of the killer and heard nothing. As her lungs quieted, she began to sprint, and the big bad wolf came out of the woods, silently and faster than she ever could have run, to rip her apart. And that one sucks, because it raises our horror by 2, and maybe I should have taken a distraction, but I didn't, so that's where I'm at. And we're going to destroy the last item in the boathouse, which was some mysterious pills. Yeah, I should also get those items in the shed while I can get an item at all. Do we want to try to focus ourselves back up before doing all this? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's see if we can get this 3rd die back. We got 1. Oh, I'm not showing the next. There we go. We got 1. Let's see if we can focus this other one down and get our 3rd die back again. That would be nice. Yay! We got our 3rd die back. So now we can very relaxedly just walk on in. Yay! We can walk on into the boathouse, the shed, the room that we're in, where we're going to search and find an energy drink. Oops. We're going to try to find an energy drink. Yeah, we still got a short rest. We'll discard 2 to get that energy drink. Discard this during the action phase and choose one of the following. Either get 3 time back or move 1 space. We're going to go ahead and discard that to... Oh, no, we're going to hold on to it for now. We're going to search again. And this time I get to take the top 2 item cards and choose one of them. So that's lovely. Let's see what's in the shed. Our choices are a 1/8 inch chisel, which is a wimpy weapon, or a blueprint, where we can discard the blueprint and select a crafted item card from the unused ones that's now available to craft. So that's going to be the thing we take. We found something that can make a snare, a sawed-off shotgun, a nail trap, a nail gun, a nail bat. Do we have nails yet? No, the nails are where we're at, or a spiked slingshot. We're going to put that nail bat into play. Now the question is, do I want to just take the nail bat, which is a safer option, or do I want to really go for this obliterator? And I think the answer is going to be that we're going to end up building this nail bat in just a second. We're going to discard the discarded tools. We're going to spend 1 energy to pick up the nails, and then on our next turn, we're going to be able to build a nail bat. So I'm glad I held on to that bat. That was intelligent of me, and we're going to start making our way over to the big bad wolf. Oh, I can't. I don't have any freaking energy left. Never mind. I take it back. Okay. So we still have 2 cards. That's interesting. Okay. But we have nothing to spend. So that all goes away. Search goes away. Close call goes away. Search goes away. All of our walkity-walkity-walkities go away. The big bad wolf is going to go kill this last poor person in the boathouse. We're going to run out of general death soon. But for now, we've got... If only Hadley had any sense, he would have stayed at home. Instead, he was out here running for his life, back and forth in the boathouse, into the walls in the boathouse, apparently. Instead, he was out here running for his life, and the thought pissed him off. He opened his mouth to say as much when the big bad wolf grabbed his neck in its massive paw from behind. It pulled him close in a gruesome hug, dragging its claws from either side so that his torso looked ribboned. Ooh, yum yum. Hug ribboned. And then he dropped. He dropped without making a sound. And the big bad wolf gets a life. Good for the... Oh, I forgot to lower this down to the 1 minute. I did successfully do it, but I just forgot to... Okay. Cool. Cool. Upkeep. We remove the top card from the shed. That would have been the shotgun. Stupid head. All right, we're going to spend 2 time to use the wood and the nails and the wooden bat to go ahead and make that nail bat. That'll be nice. We're going to use walk. And we got 1 success. So we get to take this unassuming person outside with us. We still have a weak attack card. We're going to go ahead and discard that energy drink for 3 time, which we're going to use to buy a critical blow. Because we're ready to start going in for some kills soon. And we're going to take those level 1s back. And then the bad guy's going to go. So he's got a movement of 4. So he's running. Oh, he's coming right to us. That was maybe not the smartest of moves that I made there. And he's going to rip someone apart right in front of my very eyes. And the person he's going to rip right in front of my very eyes is going to be Mordecai. At first, Mordecai thought he was looking at a dog. We knew this was going to happen to one of them. Here, boy, he calls out hopefully. It stopped, and he suddenly worried it was a black bear. He started to back away when its eyes turned red towards him. Not a dog, not a dog, not a dog. Oh, no, hey, that's okay. I have jerky in my backpack, he babbled as the big bad wolf snarled and attacked. Well, now we know why he came running at us, because of that jerky. We're going to panic all adjacent victims again. This one's going to run right into the middle of the mess, because that's what they do. This one's going to run nowhere and hide under the bed. Terror card. The claws that scratch. The big bad wolf's damage is going to be dealt among as many victims as possible. If I'm also in the space, I take any remaining damage after all victims are killed. So it's doing 3 damage, so that's 1 damage to the victim, which is going to kill it, raise our horror by 1, and then do 2 damage to me. That was lovely. Let's see our description of that. Patience was so sick of her friends telling her what to do. It was time to take over. If you want to live, you're going to have to follow me, she said as she stormed off. It was a shame they took that moment to mistake her confidence for real ability as the big bad wolf rose up from behind some shrubs and raced towards them. Goodbye. All right. Well, we're getting close to that finale, whatever that finale is going to be. It's not looking good for us. What is good is we are in the same space as it, and we're going to definitely focus and try to get that third die before we attack. We get one success, so we do get that third die. And here comes our critical blow. This is when we need two successes. And we're going to have to discard two cards to get one success because that's how my life works. But that gives us the one success we need, which is going to do 2 damage plus 2 from the nail bat is 4. Lower 1 horror, and unfortunately, the next spot of that is our turn ends. The good news is we have 5 thingamabobskis there, so we get to get a retaliate and a close call. So we're going to be able to retaliate with that nail bat, which is going to be very, very, very nice in this next turn. Because the big bad wolf is not going to move towards the nearest victim since it's already in a space with me and it will go towards me. It is going to attack me for an attack of 3, and I am going to use that retaliate. So I think we're getting close to having a very nice result here. Except I only got 1 success, which isn't great. But I do reduce the damage by 2, meaning I take only 1 damage. I do 1 damage back to him, which is actually 3 because of my giant baseball bat. And the big bad wolf's only got 3 health left. It's not so big and bad now is it? Oh, I forgot to discard the top card of this deck, which is a first aid kit, which we're never going to use. That wasn't a random attack! If there are no victims on the board, discard. Otherwise, it's going to move towards the nearest victim and kill it. It runs away from me and into the bedroom, killing someone else. And the person it kills is... The big bad wolf was hunger. Insatiable, inevitable. The wolf ran through the woods past the lake until it saw the woman. Dana stood up from tying her shoe to be slammed back to the ground. She shrieked for a moment before it broke her neck in its jaws. Nom, nom, nom. Filling its mouth with the iron taste of her blood. She would not be the last to go tonight. Oh, he got some health back for that bite. That was yummy. And then horror goes up by 1. All of that's actually not so terrible for us. We're going to discard another item, which is the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Goodbye, Lucky Rabbit's Foot. There's Retaliate. Oh, Retaliate was there. And then it's my turn. Yeah. Let's start this off with a short rest because we've taken a lot of damage. And we get 1 success. We could turn it into 2. I'm going to try to just re-roll 1 die with this close call. Yes, Queen! Look at that. Ha ha ha. I heal 2. I'm having good lucky rolls today, ladies and germs. We're going to walk right into the big bad wolf. Why am I at 4? I don't need to be at 4. I'm at 6. Walking into the big bad wolf. Oh, that's not as great. I can move 1 space, lose 1 health. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I move into the big bad wolf space, lose 1 health, and lose 2 time. And then I'm going to use my weak attack. You can do it. Yes! 2! So I actually do 3 damage to it, which is going to give me that +1 I need for the next round. And I've got exactly 4 left, which is going to let me not buy Retaliate because it's in my discard pile. But it is going to let me buy a guard and a guard. So we're going to be ready to defend at the very least. And if we survive like 1 more round, I think we've got this. I think we've got it. But, oh, I forgot to roll that extra die from 1. No, I just did that now. But the big bad wolf is going to attack us first, and we're going to use the guard. We actually get 4 dice now, which is super fun. 4 dice. But I only got 1 success, which is enough to prevent 2 damage, so I only take 1 damage from that attack, which is fine. And then he's going to use the Jaws That Bite, which in baddie mode he's going to move towards and kill the nearest pedestrian, which 1, 2, 3 left. Nope, go into this bedroom here, and he's going to kill this one, which is frustrating because he's now further away from me. But It's what happens. The big bad wolf crept up on the man, its paws making no sound over the dried leaves. Matthew stood next to a tree, flattened against it, peering around it to watch out for danger, never seeing it run up and attack from in front of him until it was too late and you're dead. And now the big bad wolf does 4 damage instead of 3, and that's kind of nasty. All right, well, with that, it's my turn. I'm gonna try to. If I can get 2 successes on this, then I can walk right into his face and smack him. Let's see if that's. I don't think that's what's gonna happen here. Yeah, it's not. We're gonna discard both of these to move 1 space, so we're at least a little bit closer. And we're not gonna do anything else. We're just gonna grab that retaliate and hope for the best. Big Bad Wolf comes to get us. It's going to try to do 4 damage to us. We're going to play a retaliate on it. We get to roll 4 dice. We got 1 success. I'm going to discard these 2 cards to make it 2 successes to ignore all damage. And the Big Bad Wolf gets 2 life back. Just what I wanted to not happen. Oh, ouchies. Okay, well, what happened while we were gone? Spawned 3 new victims on the boathouse. Good job. Come get eaten. And then we draw an event, which is home security. That's not going to do us any good. When there's no enemies in the house, we can put it up. We're not even going to do all the home security stuff because we're in the house. That's where we are. That's what's happening. We destroy this last item, which was, oh, another wooden vat. Look at that. Then it is our turn, and we're in the same space as him. We're going to use a weak attack. If we can hit for 2 stars, he's dead. We could not hit for 2 stars. We couldn't even hit for 1 star. So we lose 1 life and our turn ends. The good news is that we have 6 to spend, so we're going to use 2 on a guard, which is very helpful, and then a furious strike. And hopefully, things have just gone very bad the last few rounds for me out of nowhere. The wolf is going to attack. I'm going to get to roll 3 dice to defend. I get to block 2 of that. I'm going to discard these 2 focuses to make that ignore all damage. Whew, okay. And then the jaws that bite again. Oh, it's going to move over here and kill this one. We've already read a story for that, so we're not going to read another one, but the Big Bad Wolf does get a health back every time it pops off top of the charts. So that sucks. And there's no more items for it to blow away, so we are just going to walk into its space. We successfully we limp into its space because we're not doing so great. But this time we're using a Furious Strike, and hopefully this will bring it on home. It won't. We got 1 success, which is going to do 3 damage, bringing him back down to 1 health again. But we do get to get a horror out of the way, and our turn ends immediately. We're going to grab that retaliate for 4 because, when he attacks us, we're going to want to retaliate. And I keep saying this every turn, I think we're going to nab him now because he's going to attack us, and we're going to roll 4 retaliate dice. So if we get any successes, we got 2 successes, so we ignored all damage, did 4 damage to him, and boom! Killed the Big Bad Wolf! Ow! It bit me a few times, so I am now also a Big Bad Wolf. Yay! Final girl. I hope Season 3 comes soon. I know I've got a lot more of Season 2 to play, but I am stoked with all of these previews I keep seeing online for Season 3. I can't wait to see this Final Destination one. I can't wait to see this modeled off of Saw, but probably better than Saw 1. And gosh, I can't wait for the Hellraiser one. I love me some Hellraiser. Okay, all that said, thank you for tuning in to watch today's stream. I am Greg, the Masked Gaymer. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget, keep those health bars full. Thank you, and have a great night.